Hello everybody, Anthony Aniano from RotoBaller Radio and rotoballer.com here with a look at the Week 4 waiver wire for pitchers to add to your fantasy baseball team. The week beginning Monday, April 17th. Head over to rotoballer.com right now. Sign up today for our premium pass. Save at discount using the promotional code ACES and take advantage of all the great content there. Waiver wire, trade advice, team sync tools, lineup optimizers, you name it, rotoballer.com has it for you to guide you from now to your championship victory in this 2023 fantasy baseball season. Give me a follow on Twitter at @AnianoFantasy. Make sure you like and subscribe right here to the RotoBaller YouTube channel. Full disclosure, recording this on Thursday, April 13th. So by the time you see it, maybe some stats have changed, some numbers have changed, injuries have occurred, things such as that. So be mindful of that. As always, we use Yahoo roster percentage as our talking point, trying to keep players available at 50% or less in the Yahoo Fantasy Baseball format. We've had some injuries over since we've last talked a week ago. Brandon Woodruff, Matt Manning, Ian Anderson, to name a few of the pitchers who have gone on the injured list. So we'll start with the starting pitching, and my number one starting pitcher to add right now, Drey Jameson of the Arizona Diamondbacks, 30% rostered. On the season, 12 1/3 innings pitched. He's had 3 relief appearances, and then his most recent appearance was in a starting role against Milwaukee. They're still stretching him out. 4 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts, no earned runs. Looked terrific and will remain in that Arizona starting rotation. Last season in 4 starts, Jameson actually picked up 3 wins, pitched to a 1.48 ERA and a 2.22 batting average against. I eyeballed him in drafts late in the draft, and then it was made apparent that he was going to start the season in the Arizona bullpen, so I faded away from him. A little bit of regret right now because I'd love to have him because I do like him as a piece of my rotation. His next start is scheduled for April 18th against the St. Louis Cardinals. Now, on the season overall, like I said, 12 1/3 innings pitched, 12 strikeouts, that's 8.76 Ks per 9, and an ERA of 1.46. Last season, like I said, it was 1.48. Already this season, it's only 1.46. His whip is terrific at 1.05. 2 wins on the year, both in relief. Actually picked up a save as well at one point this season. And the most impressive number is the batting average against. The lowest of any pitcher I'm going to mention today, Drey Jameson, with a 186 batting average against. Sign me up for that. A low whip, low batting average against, picking up a couple of wins, looking terrific. Drey Jameson, my number one ad if you need a pitcher. At number 2, Kris Bubic of the Kansas City Royals, 22% rostered. In 2 starts this season, 11 innings pitched, 13 strikeouts to only 1 walk. Love that ratio. It's 10.64 Ks per 9 innings. His ERA on the year is 1.64, and his whip is 0.91. Now, he doesn't have a win yet on the season. Tough with the Kansas City Royals, no denying that. Batting average against for Bubic is .220, 220 batting average against. In his last start, April 9th against the Giants, he went 6 innings, 9 strikeouts, no earned runs. Now, he is starting April 15th against the Atlanta Braves. That's his next scheduled start. So that'll be before waivers run. Pitcher's terrific. His fab price goes up. Gets hit a little bit. That fab price goes down. Either way, keep Kris Bubic on your radar. At number 3, Tylor Megill of the New York Mets. 41% rostered. In 16 innings this year, he's got 13 strikeouts at 7.31 Ks per 9 innings. Last season, in 47 1/3, started the season in the rotation, ended in the bullpen after getting hurt in between. 51 strikeouts within 47 1/3 innings pitched. Currently has an ERA of 2.25 and a whip of 1.19. What I like about Tylor Megill, and some pitchers just have a knack for this, he gets wins. 3 starts, 3 victories. Okay? Wins are a category. I know we say we don't chase them, but when you could get them, you grab them. And Tylor Megill currently picking up wins. Now, he's got the second lowest batting average against of any pitcher I'm mentioning here today of the starters. Drey Jameson was 186. Tylor Megill currently at 207. Next start is a tough one. April 18th against Los Angeles Dodgers. Now, you may be saying to me, Anthony, Verlander's coming back soon. Doesn't Megill lose his spot? Potentially. But I have a funny feeling, and it's just a feeling, Carlos Carrasco has been terrible. Okay? Mets are at this point on this Thursday a game over 500, 7-6. If McGill is pitching well, no guarantee that McGill is the guy who loses his spot in that rotation. It could be Carrasco sliding to the bullpen until they get him right. Carrasco faded down the stretch last year and has not looked good. In fact, has looked terrible early on this season. At number 4 for me at the starting pitching, Mackenzie Gore, former Padre prospect, now pitching for the Washington Nationals. And last week, people out there in YouTube world, they said no Mackenzie Gore, and they gave me the shake my head emoji. And then you know what happened? Mackenzie Gore went out there in his last start against the Angels and only lasted 3 2/3. So I'm glad I didn't recommend him. But now you at least have to acknowledge the overall picture of the season, which is 18 strikeouts in 15 innings pitched. That's 10.8 Ks per 9. Even with that bad outing against the Angels, okay, it's still an ERA of 3. He got wins in his first 2 starts. His third start, not so good. Now, his whip is an issue. He's walking batters. A whip of 1.47, I don't like it. It's high. But he does have 2 wins. The ERA is acceptable. I like the strikeout rate. 18 Ks and 15 will play. And the batting average against is only 226. His next start, April 19th, against the Baltimore Orioles. And let's talk about a relief pitcher real quick before we get my bonus stash of the week. In relief pitching world, take a look at the Angels bullpen. Jose Quijada, okay, is my 5th ad, my final ad of the week. And be mindful, when I say him, I also include Carlos Estevez, also of the Angels. 2 similar pitchers at the back end of that Angels bullpen. Now, Quijada, 10% rostered. Carlos Estevez, 18% rostered. Both of them have 5 innings pitched. Now, Estevez is showing the better strikeout stuff. Estevez has got 7 Ks in 5 innings. Quijada only 4 Ks in 5. However, Quijada has yet to give up an earned run. His ERA is 0. Carlos Estevez's ERA is 1.80. But the telling number is the batting average against. And that's where Quijada caught my eye on how dominant he has been so far in those 5 innings. Jose Quijada's batting average against in these first 5 innings is .063. It's absolute insanity how difficult he's been to hit. Carlos Estevez, still a respectable .250. Quijada has 2 saves. Estevez has 1. Now you go on Fangraphs. Estevez is listed as the closer. Quijada as the save, as the 8th inning guy, a holds type of guy. But it seems like saves are going to come both players' ways. And at only 10% rostered for Quijada, 18% for Estevez. Both of them should find their way onto rosters. And finally, my bonus ad of the week. And he was going to be one of my top 5 ads up until earlier on this Thursday afternoon. But that's Taj Bradley of the Tampa Bay Rays. The 37th overall prospect in baseball. The Rays' number 2 overall prospect. Got his debut yesterday, Wednesday. 5 innings, 8 strikeouts, 3 earned. Looked good. And I was going to include him today. And then he got demoted. He got sent back down. So that's why you need a minor league spot, enough roster depth, whatever it may be, for Taj Bradley to make his way back on your roster. Last season, in 133 minor league innings, he averaged over 10 Ks per 9. In AA, his ERA was 1.7. At AAA last year, he was at 3.66. His batting average against in AAA last season was 222. He's a top prospect. The question becomes, where does he fit in this Tampa Bay rotation? Now, he was sent down. Can't get called back up for 10 days unless there's a new injury. You thought he'd be up for a bit filling in for Zach Eflin. And remember, Tyler Glasnow is still coming back for Tampa. So the path is a little tough for Taj Bradley. But again, if you have the roster spot, if you have the NA or the minor league spot, Taj Bradley worth filling that spot with. So my 5 ads of the week at the pitching position. Number 1, Dre Jameson. Number 2, Chris Bubik. Number 3, Tyler McGill. Number 4, Mackenzie Gore. Number 5, relievers. It's a Jose Quijada / Carlos Estevez situation with the Angels. And my extra, my bonus play, my minor league stash, Taj Bradley of the Tampa Bay Rays. All right, everybody, give me a follow on Twitter at Aniano Fantasy. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time right here on RotoBaller Radio.